No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, let's apply matchup and look for an opponent, shall we? Also, is my mic connected correctly? Yes, it is. No, that is literally an AI. That's someone who wants 15 seconds game after I offered a 30-minute game. Classic. I feel like I say that almost every stream because it happens every time. Maybe I should just stop mentioning it. Okay, someone with 3 wins.
Start to play.
That should be an interesting game then. Okay, invasion time. Interesting time to think, as if my opponent didn't expect this move. Mm-hmm. This we do block. And white can attach here. Mm-hmm. Do you actually do you Tigermouth or connect here? I'm actually not quite sure. Tigermouth is nicer shape for the outside stone here. better connected, I suppose, and maybe also better for endgame. Slightly worse for weaknesses outside, I suppose. So that was just center for white. Now the corner is a ko anytime. Either player chooses to, well, I guess I can start a ko. My opponent can live in the corner. R2 is just the vital point for both. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Let's play the follow-up to this. White can play here, but then I think in this case I will play here because I'm so strong here I don't need to be afraid of this cut. Okay, now we do this one. Um, you can cut this, but blocking here is also fine. Here you just connect. Could ignore, but I think here I want to block. Then if this, you can push here and then cut off the outside, and if not, you can always play here at some point and take away the whole base. Okay, so we do it like this. I'm very solid here though now, so then I can choose to do this. Also, if he gets cut off now, I think that might be very... Or I could just play this now. You can also peep, but I think the peep is not so amazing. Let's ask this question. Why there's like a double sound? Do I have... Oh, I have this echo again. Okay, I will be right back with my mic. Now I should be back with the sound and no echo. Yes, yes, yes. This is always pretty big. I'm not sure how big it is now though, because this white group is pretty out. Or maybe I just take the points then here. This is the variation I have only played once before, or someone else played it against me rather. Oh, really? Okay. Now I don't really want to play here anymore, but I now think this is pretty big to get. Is it though? Maybe now it is not anymore because you are pretty Like even if white plays this and this, then I play this. If white plays this, I push through and then I proc. Then this block shouldn't be a big issue. Um, hmm. But what else to play? The left side is not that interesting. I guess white is creating something here, so I could just play here myself something. Just build my own. Or just attack this group a bit like this. I guess that makes some sense, huh? Maybe I do play this one now. But then white... I'm actually not sure how white reacts to this. Or do I play this one first and then peep? Hmm, not sure. But just growing my own area while putting a little bit of pressure against this. Might also be attacking from strength though. At least I'm not creating a new weak group this way. Well, a little bit of weakness here, but this stone is... Oh, wow. Okay, so he does ignore this, huh? Hmm. I thought about playing there myself. Oh, I hate it. I hate when the opponent ignores an attack. And I feel like I shouldn't have attacked in the first place. Yeah, the top was just territory oriented. Hmm. Not sure, so I will just play the solid move, I suppose. This might be way too slow, but I can't figure out if this is an amazing or a horrible move. Mm. Should I make this exchange? Actually, I could play here now, no? Oh, but then, okay, then white goes here, and I play here. Hmm. Oh, on the other hand, if white does this and I play this, this is a double Atari. So even block and then blast and then this. I could still play here. Or I could. Are we doing this now? Really? Am I tripping? Doesn't this just not work? Because here Atari, here capture, so these are connected. And if I play here now, or here, what's the best way here? Because even this Atari I could still play. Ah, but no, if I play here, say I play N17, white does this. I capture, and then white plays the Atari, and then we extend here. I mean, I could also make him live small in the mid, in the corner, and then attack the outside more severely. If I play this one and white goes down, and then we play this. If I play this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then white Ataris. Not sure. Because I am connected here, yeah. But this way, I want a wedge. If Hane, I can play here. And then if this, there's still Tenuki. Wait, if this and this and this, I can still play here, 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 and here. So just care for my group here, I suppose. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Still a lot of RG there though. Mm, let's reduce the left side. Okay, so he does this way. I think I could just defend this. This might be a bit slow, but it's also very solid. And if that's the best way, or maybe I should play more towards this side here. Then we have the top right, which is still a core. We do have this cut, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, see, I don't know if I can really attack this group, so let's play a point move, I suppose. Maybe invade here even. Low. Okay, just jump. Don't think there's a great way to make use of that. Guess I could attach here, but is that really helpful? More helpful than the people of this one? So let's just preserve this RG for now. This cut also has, okay. Mm, a little bit of problem with this cut is that maybe also, do I want to play this? Is that the corner still is not alive? I do wonder about this cut here though. If white cuts and I play the Atari here, and then play the Atari here. I guess I could play here to protect against this a bit. But I don't really like that. On the other hand, I could also extend, and if white ever wants to play the Atari here, then white also only can just connect, so I think that's fine. So maybe we do just I could jump, I could knights move, I could also play this one first. White could play this and give me shape here. Hmm. Play this white just cuts and captures, so I don't think this is good. Hmm. Yeah, let's just jump then. I have a little bit less territory, but I also have the stronger groups as far as I can tell. Hello, One Eye. Okay, like that. Hmm. I think here I might want to be more aggressive. This group should still have this. And then, oh, actually, if white captures, I can push through here. White could, in theory, cut. But that card is also very dangerous to white, I think. Okay, so I will play the slightly less solid shape here. Yeah, white has this group, white has this group, and then white also has the corner, which is not alive yet. I wonder if that's a good timing to ask that question about the corner. But the cut here is pretty nasty, so maybe it's best to even just defend here now. Because even if I fight the ko, maybe there's a way. Like if you cut, if I were to cut, then Atari Atari. No, but this is just the solid way. Hmm. Also does set up to play here and then here to counterattack this a little bit. If this extension back, I can still play here. I could have maybe, but yeah. Oh, okay. White now defends that group. Um, can I play this? And if I can, should I even here, here, here? This stone is already pretty light, so also this creates something in this direction, so that's maybe also not worth it. Hmm. Maybe I just play here and claim to take away the base while also making a base with this group, taking some more points. Yeah, I think I like this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, now do I keep splitting this? Would also make this stone here stronger. Hmm. Let's take fox coins first. Could also protect here, but okay, let's split here. Because that also makes this shape a bit stronger, like I said. And also this stone would be more connected here. Ooh, okay. This attachment. Hmm. Not sure here. Oh, this way. Okay. I see. If I bump here now. Oh, capture. Atari capture. Then I am more or less connected here as well. Oh, he does it this way. Okay. Hmm. Oh, we do play it this way now. Oh boy. Okay. Can I now just play here? Should I just have connected there? Anyway, don't analyze now. I play here now. And white connects. I should be able to escape here. Okay, he's protecting this. Um, I guess this doesn't create this cut. I think now is the time to come back here best, probably. Oh, thank you for the follow. Dear Nitsuma, do you like Satsumas? Okay, so now the bottom right is for sure mine. Now there's no Archie here anymore. Um, so I keep 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. And so why are we doing this? Okay, there's absolutely no point to that, but okay. Maybe more co-threads this way? No, I don't see what this does. Or is this some? No. It's not like white can ever play here and approach from here. White can play throw in and then play here, and then I can play here. If white plays here, I block. White plays here, and then plays here, I can still throw in, so there's nothing here. Okay. Okay, but my opponent disagrees, apparently. I don't know why, but he does. And now he cuts. Okay, yeah. I mean, I always knew that was going to happen because it's Fox, and that's what the Fox plays. Actually, no, this should be bad shape simply, right? Or can I play this? And then if block, I could play this and play the ladder. On the other hand, this is really not a good fight if he does this. Hello. Wow. Hmm. I can play here, but should I? If extend, I play here. If extend, I play here, and I still threaten to cut this. But is this group in any kind of danger here? This is there's no I here for white, right? Unless there's something here with this. So then there's Atari here. Then I can play this one in center. Then this whole group still only has that one I suppose. But I guess I don't even need to play this. So yeah, maybe later this is a move. but not now, I don't think. Okay, but this white group is also not alive yet, so I do wonder about how to handle this now. This group is alive, I can live here or here anytime. Mm, If we play... Oh! Okay. I guess my opponent had to go. I didn't... Okay. Sure. I guess I take that third win in a row. Still 2 losses away from 7 down though. These 8 losses at the start of the year really hurt my main account. Okay, I really think my opponent had to go, right? There's no other. Well, I guess we're doing endgame earlier. I initially had planned to train my endgame um do my training game against AI in the evening, but I guess now we do it in the afternoon, and then I have dinner, and then I do Tsumego on my own, I suppose. Depends how hungry I am. Speaking of how hungry I am, I should eat something. I just went for a 10-kilometer run just before the stream, so I could use some food. Okay, so not as bad as the one win where I won after like 25 moves. So I will count this one into my record. Fox 8 number 11, I believe, this year. Yeah, at 8 losses, 2 wins. This is the third game. Well, no end game then. So the answer to the stream question is no, we can't reach end game. Today is the 20th. Let me also disable matches so that I don't get notified in between review. Shoot. Yeah, Frank, you didn't see much of this game, I suppose. Okay, so early game. This should be slightly better for me, the top right. This is all fine. S2 might be a bit too slow, but I could just play here too. But okay. Was kind of surprised that I got the Punuki in this direction where white has the unsettled group. Yeah, and then here, yeah, probably M4 is a little bit better. I was thinking about this one. Has a couple of advantages. It builds my top while it reduces whites. It protects against this weakness here a bit in the process. And if white plays here, I can still build something, I suppose. But maybe my move here isn't that bad. But it doesn't put that much pressure on white. So yeah. But this one is, let's say, clear profit, so I should go for that. especially in this where I claim I want to reach endgame. I think this would just be the a solid option, just making just building something. But I don't know. I we will see. It's hard to judge this one to me. Hmm. Similar to like these two, it's hard to judge for me because they are somewhat valuable. But this stone in the end kind of didn't do that much, I suppose. Yeah, and here too, I could play here. I just didn't like that then. I don't know. White could do this and this. And then I have to return, but I guess I can return like then white just this. So if I do this, then white gets this. I don't know. I thought white would do this, and then if I do this, white can play here or even cut, and then like if we do it this way and white also gets this one, where now I would have to protect on the outside somewhere somehow. I don't know, let's say this. Then now white can make life here. And then of course, well, now this white outside group is weak though, so maybe not this way. Not right away, but white can live inside any time, I guess. Not as cleanly because of the weaknesses on the outside here. Not without losing more. Like yeah, here white can, let's say white does this one now, and I then play here. And then if white does this and does this, then it's a question of can I do this now? If white now protects here, probably, right? Yeah, probably. Then it's a question if I should play this one first. Hey, Cosmogo. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this shape was a little bit inefficient after all, huh? Just to do this immediately. Hmm. And this one strengthened white kind of on the outside. Maybe I don't even wedge. Maybe I just play N3 here. I mean, this is a shape point after all. And if you do this, just go back. Maybe that's the better option. Or just this to begin with. I suppose just this to begin with. I don't know. Maybe I didn't like that white gets this one then though. Anyway, so this happened, and I played this, then white defended here, yeah, then we played this forcing move, and then invasion here. I just don't see how you can now attack this white group profitably. And the left side is so open. Like, sure, maybe I defend here instead, but then if white jumps here, the invasion now becomes nearly impossible. White created something, reduced me. Do I have enough like this? Hmm. Yeah, that's the problem to begin with this move when I played this, that if I play instead of this one, I just play here. I don't need to think as much about how I can profit from the attack. While here I basically spent two moves to attack this group and also get some corner strength. And after all that, well, I guess white I got this in center, right? So white only got well, later I still had to spend a move, so semi-sente, but I still spent this move versus this. And if white is pretty strong on the outside, then this stone here becomes a bit meh. Okay. Okay, then I invaded this. A little bit adventurous to play this, but also if I just jump and we just continue jumping and white just connects, I don't know if that's good enough for me. Then N7 for K16 really seems wasted. So I think it comes down to that N7 just didn't shine in the game, so I shouldn't have played it in the first place, maybe. What should be the blue move? You would have f4 instead of m7. M7 was never played. I assume you mean N7. Yeah, F4 of course is an option. Um, it's almost always big to play, but yeah, okay. Anyway, um, yeah, and then here, I wondered about playing from this direction now, but I also didn't like that then white presses me, so playing from the weakness here first, and then I even considered to now start the core in the corner, but also that might be a problem here. This cut immediately. So okay, I defended solidly like the title suggests. Yeah, and then I played here because A, it makes a base for this group now fully. So for example, if I play here immediately, white can play here. And now all of a sudden this white group, well, okay, I mean, I could live maybe like this, but it's not fun. And white in the meantime got so much stronger here. So I thought that this one was taking and making a base, kind of. And I did get white to spend another move in the center, so maybe these two cancel out now in efficiency. Yeah, and here, I also wondered about just playing here now immediately. Because then if white does the same, if white does this, and I play here, then it's similar-ish. Yeah, this bump. Maybe, okay, then white cannot bump. And if white plays this, I guess I can play this, right? I can play this, and then white cannot escape here. And if white cannot cut and has to do this, then that's amazing for black, I believe. Like you can still do this even. Then you're already connected here. And then you can do this and, I don't know, do this and just attack this whole thing. And while being strong, I think this would have been, probably this would have been better. Maybe even capture here. Hmm. Just make this space, give white this stone, have the option to connect here so the RG in the corner is not as big. Because then I do have, like now if white does this and I play here, then white cannot live because now I do have this. Right? Because now even if we do all this, there's still Miai between this, and if white defends that, then I can connect here. Because this comes with the capture. Something like this. Yeah, so maybe that was better, but okay. And also maybe just connect here. Then after this, there's still this as a cut, as a problem that here needs to be resolved. So maybe this push-in was just bad to begin with, but okay. Yeah, then I came back here because now after white protected here, um, there is issues here and I don't have space for this to connect out. So I captured here. Then white did a bunch of weird forcing moves here. And then white started this fight and then, I don't know, had to go. Didn't think this was leading anywhere. Again, this white group is basically alive, right? Like even if I play for a move like this and white was cut off, um, well, I don't see where you can remove this eye shape here. Well, actually, no, you can play Atari here. So if white were, I don't know, just locally speaking, if you play this, then you could play this and this Atari and then cut off these stones. So that would work. So this move is, but let's say white then responds to this move. I suppose this is still only one eye. Huh. Even with this, it's still only one eye because of this Atari and this weakness here. And this doesn't give white eye shape. So maybe there was with this move, there was like, let's say we do just play this now. We cut this, or probably like this. Um, there's also the problem of this cut though. So there's a lot of, but let's say there was no problems here and I could cut this and this, I don't know, I don't know, let's say white, let's say white could let himself cut like this. Then now I could actually play here and this group could potentially be, because again, this one, um, you can play here and then it's only a question of if white can do this and something here. But no, it's just, or whatever, there's no eye, so this is never, there's never any chance here for white to make one eye here. So this is, there's no eye here, and there's no two eyes here. So if white gets cut off like this, then this group could be in, but again, there's still, this group is counter-attackable, there's this cut, so it's for sure a long shot at the moment. Meanwhile, though, my group here is not in the biggest. My group here can basically relatively easily connect. I was considering right now to play this or to play something here. Hmm, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know how to best play this. Uh, uh, Maybe something like this, threatening this, and if white now connects, then you play this one. And then you do threaten this whole white group as well. So if now white says, well, first of all, if white connects, then white could still be completely surrounded. Yeah, F17 is one way for sure, or maybe E17, or just make some kind of base here. Maybe even this one. Maybe start here. But it's very unclear. Uh, it's a lot of moves that black can consider to play here. Okay, anyway, let's see what AI thinks of this. Okay. AI says that here white is ahead by 6. So in my heart, I don't really count this as a win. I figured this was more or less the graph. I didn't think I did well. I think this move and the variation here and this whole thing, and this loses a little bit, but not that much, was not amazing. So here though, okay, let's say this was okay. Now let's say this, we ignore this now. Then this one was indeed the move to continue here. And then if extend and we could keep extending here, can keep pushing here. Oh, and then if block, then it's white plus 10, and this whole thing doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's say this one first, and then this extension here. I don't know. Okay, I guess what you can do is you can push here, but it's still, it gives white 4 plus points, even 5 now, so maybe it wasn't even just 6 and it was more, or you need to find this RG for it to be 6. Anyway, let's go from the start. Okay, so this one is slightly better, but okay. I think I still prefer this one though. I might still play this one. The advantage of this one though is that this cut here, maybe that's why the end game here doesn't matter as much as protecting the cut. So okay, yeah, no. Because now after this one there is just there's just a net here, so basically. Or you can even play something like this. Yeah, but okay. But generally speaking, there's just a net here after this. And after this one, there's no net. Oh, white should even attack like Atari immediately. Because now if you do this, white just Ataris and it's connect and die. So Okay, that makes sense. So, and for the future, I will remember that this is better. Okay, this is the blue move even. This is blue, this is blue. Yeah, okay. Yeah, M4 was very slightly better, but this is a good move. And I do prefer taking away the base like this. Okay, white jumped. Then this, yeah, this is obviously a slight loss because it's not the most ideal way. But it went from what, white plus uh, 0.4 to white plus 1.2. I'm happy to give up less than 1 point to get a variation that I possibly know much better than the opponent. Because I really despise these variations. I just don't like them. Or maybe I just haven't studied them enough. And in the meantime, this is also minus 0.9, so whatever. But yeah, I'm not a fan of these variations, so and most of the time, whoever plays this enclosure knows these variations better than me anyway, or wants them to be on the board. So I just play a move that the opponent doesn't want. Usually. And hey, I managed to beat an 8 dan, like EGF 8 dan with it, so it can't be that bad. Actually, with exactly this opening, almost with this exact same shapes. Okay, this was fine. It was better to be a little bit closer or to peep here. And then if white does defend like this, and you get to bump, that's better. And if bump here, then you get to push here and play here. And if white then does this, then you can jump here. Okay. Okay, so it was okay to play here, but also this one would just have been the clear profit. It is though, white should either defend this now or should defend here, and if white defends this one, then probably this one is still, yeah, or this one. Then this one is good to play. Or this one, yeah, this one may be a little bit better because it threatens this a bit more. And if this, you can play here, block this, and then we play the same, and then black can build either way. And if white instead defends here now, no, that's the black move. If white instead defends here now, oh, then you could even consider starting the ko, or you can make use of this RG. And this I will put in my study folder because I haven't really much looked at how to use this RG. Yeah, but if I ignore that enclosure, uh, I still have to deal with it. Also, I studied this attachment for like 10 hours or so, and I even made a lecture about it, so might as well use it. And J16 is kind of old school as well. Yeah, I just don't like to have this on the board, and I mean, I could also play this old school, just play F17, but like this, I force my opponent to choose how to continue from here, and I prefer that. Make my opponent have the difficult decisions, and then I can continue to use this RG later as I see fit. That is more my style. Yeah, and I want to look at this, and now you can either just play it and extend here. Okay, you could just extend here, and then white has to defend. Then you could play the Atari here or leave it. Guess the Atari is probably a bad exchange, right? Because later there might be some endgame situations where you prefer to play this Atari or maybe even this Hane. So you just make a base here, and it's not like white really wants to play here now, right? Well, white could, but maybe white doesn't want to. Like this, maybe white doesn't want to. Yeah, like this, it would just strengthen black now, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway, pretty back row threat, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. If you Atari immediately, um, then you just make this, ooh, and then even connect here. Because white still owes a move. White still owes a move, because if white plays away, you have this one. And then white can't play from this side, so white would have to play from here. Okay, and then it's just more RG on the outside. You can't. Well, actually, no, it's a ko, huh? It's a ko still. Ah, I see. Okay, so then white. That's why white needs to protect here as well. And then it's very similar. So extending immediately or playing the Atari both lead to a variation where black makes a base on the left side and completely uses the RG on the top left. I guess I prefer the extend then, though. How about the cut? And I don't fully trust these variations. I will study these with like tens of thousands of playouts instead of 50, but it's still a good like initial idea. Okay, so if this Atari, you don't save these, I suppose, because then white just gets the corner and you just have outside stones that don't do anything. So instead you extend here. Okay, and then if white extended one more time, then you can extend here and the RG in the corner here um, does still exist. Or rather, the RG like this exists because if you play this now, white still owes a move. And then you can play this one in center, and white has to play an empty triangle. Whoa, really? Okay. Anyway, so instead, white, and then you can play Atari here now. Oh, and then net, fake net, rather. And if push, then it's very similar to another variation that looks like this from the 4-4 point. Yeah, and here you don't, and then you still have this big co-thread here after this. You don't make such a nice base here though, so I think out of all these, I do prefer the extension here. Yeah, and as we could see in the game, this was a mistake. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, so as we can see in the game, the way for white to protect is also this move. So, or I guess it's not also this move, but it's from this direction here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this one was fine, locally speaking, but being this close, this shape point here would have been the better one. I didn't like this because of some counterattacks here, though. But I suppose there's still a lot of RG here now, and if we just play it this way, yeah, then there's still this RG here, and white has to still come back and defend. Okay, that's not ideal. Anyway, but just strategically speaking, playing here was fine. This is probably a bit easier. And this one was also okay. Ooh, the attachment here. Ooh, okay. And all of a sudden now this one is also an option. Um, so I will also take this into my study folder. But anyway, okay, so all of these were fine, but really this one, the one where I said I don't want to be submissive, yeah, it makes sense with the corner archie that happened later. So this really, it feels so, you know what? This is actually exactly in the pattern of my typical mistakes because I didn't want to play just the haunting move. That is something that is really, for some reason, it's ingrained in me. I'm always trying to find a more active option because I am afraid to be too passive. Because I used to be, when I started playing Go, I was a very passive player for the first few years. Then I started to become a lot more active, and now I'm too active. Now I need to go back a little bit to my former self. Not all the way, but a little bit. Like the qualities that I had there to see. Well, I guess it's not really qualities. Right now, I just played passive. I didn't know when I had to play. Now I learning to know when to play these not non-active moves. Yes, yeah, you just live in the corner. You can at any point anyway connect under and get the points. So this way you just get the points in the corner solidly. And if white now ignores, it's a lot more dire for this group and I can create a lot more in the center. But this way, yeah, white did get this. So this really lost like 3 points. But then white shouldn't have played here. And that gave back the lead. So white should have played this immediately. See, I was right to be like not afraid of this move, but annoyed by this move. Because here white could have just gotten all of the outside and center like this. And then just make a base. And yeah, I keep the corner, but in the other variation where I do this one, I just keep the corner anyway. So I didn't gain anything from this. The few points I gained, it's not like I connected two weak groups, right? It's not like this is a weak group. So literally the better way was to just make my group strong and keep the corner strong. Yeah, okay, but white didn't do this. Then I played the correct move here. Spent some time, but at least I found the correct move. Okay, and then if white does this. I don't even play the Atari, right? I just extend. And then after this, I can play this and this. And then, yeah, white can. Oh, okay. White can get the life in the corner. But if white does it immediately, yeah, we peep. And then thanks to the Ponuki, we're very strong on the bottom side and don't have any problems. And then later, let's say white like escapes here with this group. Ah, but no, white is already alive, right? Yeah, so you can throw in here though, in Sente, locally speaking. Okay, for endgame. Okay, but white lives. Okay, anyway. Um, makes sense. That the wedge was okay, so creating those weaknesses was better. Yeah, yeah, no, so I should have trusted my first instinct there. And then I was wondering about playing this immediately. And then aha. And then you capture. Oh, no, okay, you can Atari here first and then block here. And then it's the same way that black wins and black got like to attack this group quite a bit. So, okay. So the cut here was pretty important, and this one was a slight mistake here. Cut and capture even, and then white extends. Ah, and then this move is okay. So this move was, locally speaking, not bad, or even this one. Yeah, the base move, but because of this RG here remaining, for some reason AI almost never likes this exchange. And then the invasion was, yeah, let's say we play this now and we play this all the way to here. Then if I play this invasion, then it's okay. But it's still better to play this or play this and take away the base here. Yeah. No reason to create a new group. But I still, like, my main goal is to not have more than one thing to worry about at a time as much as possible. Of course, I'm not going to avoid fights if the opponent is weaker than me. I mean, weaker on the board, not as a player. Um, but if there's an equal or better option to not create multiple weak groups or weaknesses, I'm trying to be the solid player to then defend instead of yeah, creating something new. Okay, all of these were meh because this is still the most important point, and then this is okay. Let's again play this, and then Then it is this, huh? If this, that's probably like an inaccuracy here. Yeah, minus 2 points. Ah, so you do play this, and you can play this. You can resist this cut because you can just push through here. Because now if this one you can push through, and that's the idea I had, that if now capture you can just connect. But then there's a cut here. Oof. Ah, but not white now because white dies in the corner first. Okay. So white cannot really do this way. Maybe peep here first. Anyway, so that was a bit too passive. And that move was fine though. Especially if we once again consider these, I will always have to, I probably have to do a parallel variation where AI just evaluates this when this was already played. And then this, what I played in the game, I'm kind of proud of J3 because that's the kind of move which in the past would have looked way too passive, way too slow to me. And here it was actually a good move to take away the base and get the base. Those base making moves where it's not an obvious big base, that's another weakness that I currently have. I'm trying way too hard to be active, like I said. Okay, and if white does this now again, then this is again fine. Aha. So the bump here was better, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. I already evaluated this, but the bump here was also not great. Yeah, and then just connect was better, yeah. Just connect here because that allows. So this was just a bad exchange here. Yeah, and then after this you can actually cut here. And if this, you can cut here. And if this, well, I guess you can't do this now because you have problems liberty-wise here. But let's say we had this. Let's say we had this, I don't know, some exchange here. Now you can cut here and Atari here and do something about this, I suppose. Or just leave the RG. Okay, then this was fine. Oh, okay, now white had to play this immediately. And then this was a big, yeah, this was a mistake because then I got to go back. I was wondering about exchanging this to. Anyway, then these exchanges were weird. And then white cut and then did this. Then I supposed to use the arch here and do something here, but I will review this more in detail with more playouts later. And by later, I mean probably sometime next month because I still have a backlog of games. Okay, let's move this to my other games that I still have open here. I think you can't see it anymore, right? Okay, let's go to KGS game. Now I need to find a pro game to use for my verse. In this case, I guess it's not too bad that the game didn't last super long, so that I still have the energy to play a more. I basically, in a way, in a way, I'm playing the second half of a game now. So we played the first half against the Fox 8 dan opponent. Now I play a second half against AI. We're missing a little bit of end of middle game though. Um, all right. I think you should see now. So let me log this. I play training game Fox. Let's back to white. By the way, in case you were ever wondering, um, what I'm talking about when I say I lock this, what I mean by this, um, bu- 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 oh, wait, is it not open? Oh, can you not see this then? Oh, I can't show this? Huh, that's a pity. Okay, we will do it differently then. I will just make a screenshot instead. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Those are my yearly goals, and only the ones for Go, because I don't want to share my personal goals here. At least not all of them. But yeah, so here with this game, I'm now at 100% for training games again. And there's a bunch of other stuff where I'm for done problems, I'm behind tournament games, but that's out of my control if I don't have tournaments yet. And second half was AI. That's the kind of the reason why I'm doing this week to catch up a little bit and also to get used more to play against AI. So anyway, that as an aside, that's what I'm talking about if I say I'm logging uh, the game that I just played. All right, now you back to the screen, the green screen. Uh, KGS window. And now it's not back anymore. So here we have the end game that I'm going to attempt to win against AI. It's a bit on the later side, but uh, but anyway, do we have any big weaknesses that we need to care about? Um, I suppose this could be something. Um, don't see much. This white group is fully alive. There's nothing here. There's nothing with this co. Mm, doesn't seem to be anything here. If we play this one, mm, then there is a bit of weakness here. Can you really make use of this as white? Cut here, here capture. No, but doesn't seem like it's enough RG inside here. Then in terms of big moves, yeah, if this group could be cut off, maybe if white plays this one. Don't really see a way here. But white can play maybe this one incentive and this one incentive-ish. If white gets this, there's nothing here, I don't think. So just this being pretty big. Then this being pretty big, I guess we can just call it a big move instead of the weakness here. This one is not all that small. We got this one, we got this one. Because of this, I don't think this weakness really does anything, because if I can get this one in center and we play here. This whole thing is cut off, though. Ba, 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 ba. If white ever gets to push in here, if white ever gets to push in here, then this never becomes an ISO. So 0.15 is actually pretty valuable, because if black plays it, well, but white can still get this. Okay, so if white can still get this one anyway, white can still get this one anyway. Incentive, then this is just 1 point for black. And black playing here, well, I guess you could say the push-in is Sente. Push in first and then play this. And then the follow-up would be 3 points for black. Plus the capture here would be Sente. So it would be 3 points Sente, or the capture here is also Sente, then white, compared to playing here. White had these 5 points here. If we do this, and then capture, then white only has 3 points, so white loses 2 points, black gains 3 1/3. So the follow-up here is actually worth, like, so this Atari here, or pushing in first maybe. Pushing in, then white connects, and you can push in more though. So pushing in and then Atari does have like a 5 point follow-up. So that could be pretty big, and it is 1 point for black to begin with. So it's maybe just a 1 point centi for black. Not that urgent. White won't try to deny that point anytime soon. Question though, if white ever pushes here and you plus and white plays, if you ever play and here block, then this is center and then white could play this in center. So you shouldn't push. If black pushes in, black should also play this immediately. So this and this. What about white playing here? You could play here, and then white could play here and capture this stone. Capturing this stone doesn't seem huge though. But capturing this stone actually compared to if white plays here, let's say white plays this in center and then also gets this one here, then white keeps the 2 points here. Let's say if white ever plays this and gets this, pushing in and then gets this, then the clamp here, compared to descent 6 would also be worth a damn. Like also 5 points? Can that be true? So maybe then you answer this here and then make life after the cut. Yeah, so capturing here compared to this is also these 2 points. And black gets 2 points here. Capturing this might also be, I mean, it removes some of the RG here. It also makes sure that this group, is safe. If we call this and this for like, okay, this has a 5-point follow-up. It's not a 5-point move. We call this like a 3 to 4-point move and this like a 4 or so point move. Descend or connecting here. Hmm. Guess you never have to play here anyway. It's like a 2-point reverse sente. Yeah. Oh, and then of course, I didn't calculate yet. 08. If black plays it, either this one or even the Atari. But the Atari, of course, relies on the ko here, so not sure about this. If you let's say extend, and white gets this and you get this, then you also get to push in center here. Then white only keeps these 3 points here. We don't count these, we just keep these 3 points. If white, however, gets this one, if white gets this one and black harness, if Hane, then white could cut and we fight this ko, and that could be a big problem for black. This ko is pretty huge. If black cannot fight this ko to begin with, then if white has to play here, that's already a gain for white of at least One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight of at least 5 points. So I think just extending here is probably the biggest move here. It also removes possible points for white here. So this is something like 5. There's some RG here that could lead to some kind of 5-point move. There's this reverse center here though, which is also pretty big. But I guess we just have to give this to white. Hmm. But okay, if white plays this and we defend, I suppose we do have this one in center. And if this and this, you could cut. And if this, and this, and connect here, white could capture this one. In Gote and make a couple of points there. Okay, let's save this and let's see how I can fare. Actually, I again forgot to make. Okay, I will keep it open now. To open Katrain. Well, I didn't forget. Actually, that's unfair to myself. I didn't consider. I did. Well, I forgot when I opened the endgame game, but because it used to be a Fox only stream before my opponent resigned that early. Um, and I play black, so white has to become AI, and we can switch. Uh, somehow, wait, hang on. Here? Oh, there is some error with chat. I just noticed. What is happening there? Why is there an error message? Hmm. Okay, we'll have to look into that later. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so in the game before, Black Harnett connected, then White threatened to save these 3 stones and connected, and oh, 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 oh. We don't, we press play, we remove all the scores and notes. Then I close my lid, the lid on my nuts. And then I quickly disappear to the toilet and I will be back with this game. Oops. Actually, before, let me not forget to make a note of my to active move. Ba, ba, ba. Oops. Okay, now we are back to the game. I think you didn't see what I did anyway. And let's start this. Now the timer. You can't see the timer. So I wanted to extend here, right? We close this window for now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not unexpected. Next, white will push in here. Or will white push in here first? I want to play here though, because there is now this push in comes here. Now I do wonder about playing this one. If I connect here, white gets this clamp. Because if this and this and this Atari, I should be more than alive. Hmm. I guess I have to come back here anyway. I play here, white plays here. I guess I could play this one first. Hmm. But then if white still pushes in, it's dead. Okay, then next I can get this one in center and this one in center, like I said. Push first and then play this. But white has this first. That's bigger center. This I guess let's capture something. Mm-hmm. Oh, but okay, if now I captured here. Hmm. And white cuts, then if I cut here and white plays this one and I connect, hmm. Mm-hmm. There's always this RG, which is really annoying. So I think this is center for white. Um, if I play this Atari and counter Atari white captures, suppose it's if I play this, white gets this. Uh, on the other hand, it's still go-to then for white to do this. Mhm. Hmm. Okay. Capture one stone versus white getting 2 points. White only gets 1 point. A little bit less than 1 point even. And black gets 1 point. Hmm, not that big, but it's reverse Sente. Um, this is also pretty big to get. White could have gotten this one in Sente as well. Yeah, just a bunch of reverse Sente. I don't see that white can make that many points in this center. I could push in there in kind of Sente, but meh. I guess I'd lose this point anyway, huh? I'm not sure that was the biggest. Okay. Okay, what can white do here? White could play from this side and then play here, actually. If white plays here first, then I jump. Okay, so white plays it from this direction. I push in here. Threatening to push in more, then I can push in. I could push in here. The question is, how big is it to then Atari here? Classic Schmosby. Yeah, I suppose I only got 1 point here and reduced the one more point here. Yeah, it's still 2 points reverse center, I suppose. Push in here is just one big center. Okay, white gets that one. But doesn't connect now, it's just an exchange, and then white blocks here, no? Okay, white does this one now. I suppose if white plays here, white keeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I play here, white keeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 4 points. This is 4 points go to, and I think this was 2. This is obviously big. If you don't answer, you die with the whole dragon here. After that, if white then blocks here, then I push in here, and then maybe we finally capture this one. This is also a 3 point move, though. No, it's not, because Hane Connect you can still play here, so it's just a 2 point move. Uh-huh, yeah. Expected. Expected petroleum. Expensive petroleum. Do you the capture here? Because this is for sure Sente. Well, I mean, as much as it is Sente against AI, right? Because AI finds ways to ignore in the most impossible of positions. No chance at all, no. Not even a slight chance. I mean, I'm not playing against the most powerful AI because it's Katrain running on a laptop, but it still beats me by like 10 points in 100 moves, so on average-ish. Damn? What do you mean by damn? Yeah, this was actually necessary because there was an attachment here and then the throw. So this one was actually pretty big. I'm actually surprised that white didn't do this earlier. Yeah, with low playouts, and I think my card train does use, I mean, at least a few hundred playouts. Which is still not amazing, but I mean, very hard to win as a human, as mentioned. Okay, you can push in here in Sente. Um, I do wonder here White could push in and then also throw in here, but this is always I just connect. But is this? Um, push. If I were to just play here, okay, let's spend the last biome on this. If I play here, White can push in here. I keep 1 point here. If White plays here, I have to protect, and White plays the Atari, then I have half a point. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really make a difference, huh? Well, I guess no, because White can then get some eye here. I suppose White can get this half eye anyway. Okay, so let's capture here. This is 2 points. This one. Okay. Can White also just push in at L16 in that center? No, right? Because even if you push in and throw in an Atari and throw in and Atari, I just connect. Yeah, okay, that one was expected. Here, Atari, capture, wedge. Yeah, the wedge here is now possible. Hang on, Incente. Okay, this is also, yeah, this is Sente. Because if I let him cut, I have to return here to live, and I also have to fix a A2. Cut at 03. I have to try then wedge and capture. White can do all this in Sente. But I guess, yeah. I don't know if that is worth more than what I got here, send something. Because even if I defend here, I capture a stone here. I do have to add a move here, but did I have to do that anyway? I think I might have lost a point with this. White will obviously connect here. I will connect, then white will connect here. Then we are left with the 2 point move here. This is like a 1 and a 3rd point move. We have white will connect here. I will can play here, have a 2 point or move here, I suppose. This one, I can still play this and then this. If white plays here, I play the Atari. White connects. Then white gets 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 here. If instead black were to play here and here, this connect. That's two and a 1.5. No, it's then one. It's one then 2 points. So this is only worth. This is cut rain. Hello. So this is worth, as far as I can tell, 1.5 points. Push in. Oh, there's also 2 point here. I think I just push in. Then if he ignores, I can push in. Threaten to capture these. It's not urgent though. It's just a 1 point reverse center. Just like there's a 1 point reverse center here, 1 point reverse center here, 2 point here. This, or you could also call a 2 point move. But there's 2 point here and 2 point here. Yes. Two point here, the 1 point center here. Actually, no, if white plays this, now that I think about it, and I play this, then this is 3.5 plus the third that white has for the ko. So actually, this move here then should be worth 1 and 5/6. This one is worth 1 point. This one is worth, well, it's just 1 point. Actually, can you play this? You could play this, and white still has to connect here at some point. Okay, but let's say just play the 2 point move. Yeah, you could play here, and then white doesn't get this in center at least. Mm-hmm. Then we have this in center. White connects. And this is 1 point, this is 1 point. This is 1 and a third point. And how about this? Pushing in here, making white respond here. Then if white throws in an Ataris and throws in an Ataris, there should still not be story. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously center because I'm threatening to cut off here. I could connect here because the connection now would make this not points and also threatens to, yeah, this connection is just straight up center actually because it threatens to play here and make Then I do I sh- because now if I had the eye here, I wouldn't have to protect here. Then maybe later earlier I had to play this. It was a bigger 2-point reverse center kind of deal, huh? Oh well. Then we have this move, like I said, one on the third point, and then we have 1 point here and 1 point here. Oh, there we also have this ko then. Okay. White has a ko thread here, has one ko thread here, so white has two threads. Does white have a thread like this inside? That looks very annoying. Pause. Um, white has a thread here. So white has one, two, three. Well, this is not really a thread, I suppose. And I, in the meantime, have the peep here. Possibly even is the peep here. If I peep here and connect, peep there and connect, and then peep again, I cut. Well, it has to come from the left side. And then if I cut, yes, this, yes. Ah, I can also just play this one as a thread, right? I have at least one, two, three, four, five co-threads, possibly six. I was afraid of this being a thread, yeah. Yeah. The advancement in my play is that I now notice this before my opponent plays it, and then I could calculate it before. Ah, I could throw in here, and then I have a more co-thread if I connect, if I do this. Well, I guess both work, huh? Okay. If turn and I connect, then if descend, that's very annoying. So white does get another co-thread here, or does it like this? Sure. Hmm. It might have been, but also it might have not been, because there was still other Archie that white could abuse. I don't know. Hane, you do this. If Atari, you do this. If throw in. I think that's the best way, because if you play this, white can connect. Actually, no, if you do this, white connects. Or you throw in even. Then after capture, you play this. Maybe throw in 1, 2, 3. 1. Not sure. Yeah, I didn't see a difference either. You peep, white ignores. You peep, white ignores. You cut, white has to play d18. You cut a J thingy, mal truc. Yeah, looks to be a co-thread, right? Because if white ignores this, you cut. White has to respond from this side here. Then you cut here. Then white has to respond from here. You can even extend. And white responds, and then you play here. And then you threaten a huge ko here. Okay, so white doesn't have co-threads enough anyway, so white is starting to fill dame. Now, I have no idea about Chinese rules in terms of filling the ko and dame and stuff, so I will just fill the ko like you would do in Japanese rules. Period. Yep, I owe a move here. You should resolve the ko after dame if you're the ko master. Intuitively, that makes no sense to me. If you are the ko master, should you not resolve the ko? Because then you can win it later. I don't know. Chinese rules in that very late game with the dame and ko. The dame ko relationship between in Chinese rules just completely uh just confuse me. But you just said that you should resolve the ko after dame. Should resolve the ko after dame. Oh, okay. I put wrong emphasis. Yeah, you should resolve it after dame. No, that makes sense. Okay, I was just being silly. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Anyway, here I got the last dummy, right? I'm not tripping, right? So, oh no, white has the last dummy here. I'm tripping. I'm tripping hard as always. I don't think that's it, right? I don't think there's anything else left. Forcing moves, white can still play an Atari and this here and this one. So that's the three, or and this one. So there's 4 more moves that white will play. Well, I never said it's difficult. I just say that my brain just doesn't. Yeah. I said just said that I intuitively they don't make sense, or they don't make sense. They make sense to me maybe, but they don't click with me intuitively. Because I never played Chinese rules other than on Fox, and there it often doesn't really matter. Yep. And then one last here. Nope. Okay, it doesn't even bother. Sometimes I'm confused what exactly is the the thing here. Okay, I still kept a lot of my lead. I won by 7.5 in the end. But to be fair, it was started at move 160, so it was not the most complicated end game ever. Um, yeah. General Championship, I don't think is Chinese rules with 7 points. Call me, no? Hello, Flying Parole. Well, I just played 2 games, so the luck comes a bit too late, but I appreciate it anyway. Well, second one is study slash game, I suppose. Let's analyze this. Save game as number 14. Switch scenes to back to KGS with another upload window open. No worries. And then close this. Second half versus AI. Readjust call me. So that I can analyze it. Games 2016. Yeah, 2016, I wish. 2016, I had barely started playing Go. I was a cute little 1Q back then. Okay, so I won by 7.5, so we can alter Komi 7, 3.5. Back to normal Komi, I suppose, yeah. Let's save this. Let's KAB, Komi altered back. Now we can upload it. Yeah, and I think I will just, because I have another one with altered Komi, but it's move 170. I think I will. That's probably the one and only game that I start this late into the end game, because the early end game is more my problem. So I will probably look for more games, more pro end games, more pro games that are calm around move 120 to 40, maybe, depending how long the game lasted. But anyway, we are starting this here. No, it's just 7 Komi. It's not Chinese rules. We do 7 Komi so Jigo is possible, but it's still Japanese rules. Okay. It makes most sense in the German league, where it's 4 versus 4, and Jigo is actually breaking ties more often than not. Shouldn't it be 6? I mean, if the correct amount is 6.5, does it really matter if it's 6 or 7? I don't know. Okay, so here my move was okay, but the other choice that I had in mind to just play here, and by the way, I lost 6 points in this end game. And the game, I suppose, including the last ko, maybe let's not count this last ko. So let's say the game essentially ended here, 260. Yeah, so okay, about 100 moves, pretty much exactly. Plus then another 40 moves, yeah, another 40 moves with Dame and Co. Um, I don't know. I have never seen six Komi actually. Almost always, and there's also a few tournaments in Germany elsewhere. Almost always, it's seven Komi. I don't recall ever having seen six Komi. Oh, also, how do I do this? I think my might. Okay, I play the longer fox first of all, and then we do just copy this into here because the fox game takes precedence over the second half versus AI. What can I tell you? I've never seen six, so okay, yeah, but here this would have actually been fine. Then what if white, yeah, what if white does this now? Okay, so you do just allow this. So this is a reverse center, and this is kind of a reverse center in a way. And then if white now plays, I don't know, let's say white plays some big move. I don't know what. Whatever. Let's say this, then do you turn here? No, you play this first. Okay, then maybe white gets this. Oh, and then you can make use. Okay, you turn here, and then white plays here because otherwise black just gets a 3-co later. All right. Okay. Yeah, so this one was not worth as much as I initially thought because if white plays this and black turns, yes, white got this in center, but white also lost some points here. So, but again, anyway, my move was okay. Oh, this was also, a consideration here. Right, because you still have this, and if now this, you can capture here, then white could cut, but then you can make life here. Okay. Ah, this way directly, or this way even. No, this way. And if white does this, you can play here. And then you can just ignore. Because if white now does this, then black can still live like this. But if black gets this, okay, then white could cut in center, I see. So you never get these many points here anyway. So this one was just the better way. Let me once again look at this. So okay, if you were to play here, then white could play this one in center. And then later we have this exchange. So black keeps 7 points here and reduces white by this. And if white does this, black only has 2. 3 instead of 7. So that's 4, that's 5 points, no? Hmm. But I suppose here white gets to push in here anyway, and I have to connect. Or play this one first, and then play here. Okay. I think I need more playouts for this and I need to understand this deeper. Okay, so this was fine though. This would have been okay, maybe better. And if this one and then this one, you do just give up this stone. Or you get this endgame like that. Oh, okay. Because then you get to push in here, and you get to push in here, and I guess this is already nothing, but yeah, this is nothing in any case. So like that, if white later does this, you still get to reduce this. Okay, I only saw what I lose if white captures this. I didn't see what I get in return to remove here. So that's classic. And then connecting here was indeed not great. Ah, okay, if this, if this, this, I can just make, well, I can't make life like this, but I can Atari here. And that would be a huge mistake. Wait, hang on. Okay. So that just died. Okay, so you can't play this. Essentially, you just have to play here now. And it's not like white can kill here because then you have hang on. No, you capture first because that sent it to just live. And here you do still have this option to connect here. And if you descend, white can huh. Oh, then you have this. And then you okay, then you can play this one. Because if now white cuts, then you can play this one in center. And now you can make the second eye here, or save those like this and then make the second eye here. Okay. So I was a bit too chicken here with this. And then also how I handled this attachment and this one. In both cases, there was a more, okay, first this and then peep here. And then connect, because then if white does this, you can connect here. And now this you can play here. Oh, okay, so that would have been slightly better than connecting here immediately, because now you don't have this option anymore. Then this was okay. Yeah, only move here. Then this was fine, but it would have been slightly bigger to do some of this. Yeah. Yeah, here it would have been fine to play here, but okay. Then there was one more, one point where I lost a bit. Here it was still fine. Pushing here, of course, makes sense. Okay, yeah, okay. So this one was indeed, yeah, that's what I figured. Um, when you play here, you actually keep all the 3 points here. Hello, Sumya. You keep these three, well, you keep 3 points instead of one, so you keep 2 more points, and also now white doesn't get eye shape here, because if white does this, you can anytime play this and play this, so white doesn't get anything here. So with this move, if when white gets it instead, it's center for white to get this. And later white can, well, I guess white can Atari and push here. Or I guess black can still play this one and okay, white does this. Black can still get this one anytime though. Maybe not quite anytime, but you know what I mean, very soon. So then black still keeps, well, black keeps the 1 point, but white still doesn't get any points here. Okay, so literally this is just a 2 point center move, reverse center move at this point, and it's not as big as this one, yeah. So yeah, connecting here was indeed the bigger move, and I kind of thought it was, but I really wanted to capture here. Then white connects here, then you can play the Atari here, and then you can play this yourself and play the Hani, and then we are in later endgame already. But this is later endgame already, but you know what I mean. Now this is the last, just 1 and 2 point moves, kind of. This was a bigger loss. This was fine. On the other hand, here, connecting once again, I shouldn't, because if cut, I can live. Huh. Not sure I'm convinced here. This might just be low playout BS. Oh, I should play Atari from this side. That makes sense. Because this way, yeah, after this ko, I cannot connect. So let's say we play this out a little bit more. And then eventually white blocks here. Okay, let's say we already exchanged all of these. Or we exchanged this at least. Okay, now white blocks here, let's say. All I wanted to say is that then white gets to capture here, and then here black keeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points up to here. And white gets to capture the ko. So 6 and 1/3 for black, basically. And here black captured a stone. I guess white gets. Hmm. So it's still 6 points. Minor detail. Yeah, 6, I guess it is a slight difference, yeah. And then after that, there was no mistake anymore. But yeah, the big ones. The big ones relate especially, well, this shape here, but the like there was no big mistakes, but like the bigger smaller ones relate to how to handle this and this, and then this one being the reverse center bigger than this. Yeah, and that's why I don't want to start the games this late anymore, like at move 160, because I think especially usually in the realm of move 120 and 160, that's where I make the much bigger mistakes and more educational mistakes. So this was maybe not the most efficient use of this game, but oh well. Now we know. Still learned a little bit though. Oh, also, actually, what I wanted to see, which game was this? I want to see how the pros actually finished this game. So, okay. Um, yes, I know, of course, but if it's still in the middle of a fight, which is not what I want to train against AI, then the game is essentially useless to me. That's the main point. So I need to look for games that, and there's more than enough, but yeah. Anyway, also, but I did this as one of the very first, and I just decided to now finish it. Okay, so what the pro did the same as I, just played this exchange first, but that was always center. And then white, oh, Mayan is white, by the way. Did this, then we honey connect, okay, and then this one. Then the pro did what I wanted to play as white the whole time. Uh-huh, okay. This is a little bit out of left field here, but okay. And then white connected here. Yeah, see, as black, I thought this first, so that is more forcing, but okay. Okay, and then black tried to actively defend this weakness here. Because right now, this group is still connectable or locally livable. Okay, so black found more active ways to do this. And then here, I suppose because now this one is Sente, right? White has to defend here. If white now tries to kill, then black can play this one. Um, and this one. And if white keeps trying to kill, you can Atari and Atari. Something like that. So white defends here. Oh, black times Suchi, most likely. Then another time Suchi. No, this is just Sente. That's okay. And now, yeah, black captures the ko. That makes sense. White plays a ko threat. Now we fight this ko a bit. Or not. Now black is kind of either connected or alive, but decides to capture now because otherwise white gets to play this in center. And that's also, again, there's this RG here. Then white pushes in there, yeah. And then descends here. Black pushes in here, makes sense. Black pushes in here. And now it's a pretty different game. Black defends here, black defends here. Yeah, okay. Here you have to watch out because white with this move threatens to Atari and cut off this. That's worth something. So now white gets this. Then we fight this ko for a while, maybe. Okay, not so long. Then black gets this. And from here, oh, white doesn't play this. I guess it's just a 2-point move at this point. White gets this, and then black gets this, and white got this. And this is where I first tried to solve this game. But yeah, anyway. So much about that one. Though this one is the move 171. There is still some middle game and some RG here, so maybe this one actually has. Maybe this one I keep. I keep for now. And maybe I play this end game. Because there's still like there's weaknesses here, there's these weaknesses here, there's the center area, there's some weaknesses here. So This seems like, and there's also this, which is pretty big. Yeah, this seems like a more, it's moved 170, but the other seemed like it was much more later endgame than this one. This one feels at least like I should be able to lose a lot of points against AI here. Okay, but now you know how the pro game ended. Well, almost ended, I suppose. I didn't show the whole game, but you know what I mean. Did I log this already? I don't think I did, right? Blub, blub, blub. History. No, I only logged the Pandanet game. And if you were here earlier, you know now what I mean by logging. Okay. And you know that I'm behind in the 4 problems, so let's. Is there something here that I can repeat first? I should. This is from the game that I played yesterday. Here I didn't stay solid enough. Here connecting is not that important. It's more important to show this. Here capturing these is much bigger than it might seem. Here either playing the bamboo or just playing a big move. And then last but not least, you don't need this. You already protected this archer here, so you can now play the big move. Okay. Just to repeat that. Okay, let's see. Let's do some guaning. The right window, yes. Also, I can let the sunshine in a little bit more now. Now that it's not directly shining into my eyes. Yeah, I currently have, in the last 30 sets, I had a pass rate of 70% and a correct solve rate also of about 75%. So one done for sure is still a big challenge for me. Um, if you play here, white can capture, but then you just play here and white. Uh, mm, but you can just play here. Yeah, yeah. So you play here, white plays here, you extend, and then you can capture and kill. Hane here first, double Hane and Co. You push, white has to block. That's the best Co. Just block and Atari. You can't play this because white just plays here. White has the outside liberties. Okay, so just this Co. I could play here first. Black has to block, then I could push in here. Black has to block. And then if I play here, black can never connect here. So this. Right? If ever, even if black connects here, if black ever connects here, it's a safe Atari. So it's a weird kind of eye versus no eye or fake eye. This one I have in my collection. I already repeated a bunch of times. Um, it's on my collection. I haven't repeated it yet, but I already got it Incorrect since then, and then correct. So it's that squeeze. You have the second blind stone. You have three liberties. I suspect you can Atari, connect. Connect this. Yes. And this should be in my visualization collection. No, it is not. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Actually, it could be in my visualization and in my Semi collection, kind of. Um, let's put it in both. I'm actually surprised it's not in either yet. Hmm, strange. Um, okay. If you play Atari from this side, then if this, you can Atari and alive. Be alive. And if you, oh no, you don't play this because then it's a ko. You play here. Phew, almost messed that up. Oh, okay. No, push here first, because if you play this, white can play here. If you push here first, white cannot. Because then you can Atari and snap back here. So you play here first. Then play this and this and this. I needed those 45 seconds. Jump here. If cut, you can just live. And if not, you just connect. Nice. Hey, 10 out of 10 in under 4 minutes. That's good. That's above average for sure. You have to cut here first. Then you can throw in here and throw in here, and then you can double snap back. Okay. If you do this, I can play this, connect, capture. No, but if you play this, I can play Atari and Atari. Oh, which one is it? No, this one is the wrong one. It is I versus no I. Ah, so I had to play here. Surprisingly, it's not in my collection yet. This looks like one I should get at least wrong once at some point, but maybe not. Yeah, so you had to play here. I see. I even knew, but even knowing in 45 seconds, I didn't understand the shape well enough to just play the correct variation here. There was like a 60-40 chance that I get it right, and I got it wrong. Uh-huh. If I play here and white plays here, then here you play here, white plays here, that doesn't seem to be enough of a reduction. So you play here. Or you play here first? Hmm. Okay. Yeah. The other way seemed to not work. So I played the one that I want to say I knew worked. Okay, you can play here and then it's a ko like so. If you wedge here, white can Qatari. You can jump. If white captures, you can play here. Yeah, and then if white connects, you can always play here. And if white plays here, then it's just not alive. Not enough space. What is this? I don't like it. Capture this Atari. I have no idea. I know that I know this one. I've seen this, but oh, then you play this. I thought about 019, but you first capture and then after this one you play this one. Because now I've connect, you can actually connect and win the capture race. Oh, okay. Surprisingly not in my list. I really thought that this one, because I've seen this before. Hmm. Okay, I mean Atari here makes sense first. If you play here, that doesn't work. If you play here, white turns. If you play here, it was all process of elimination. I didn't read any of this out until the end. I will repeat it again in my same. I mean, these just seem like the natural moves, so this is the only move that could work here. Usually white has this Tetsuchi, but here white does not because this is center against this. So here you can win like this, because then if this, you can play here, and if white connects, you can play here and win this capturing race. Shush. Hmm. Can play here and Hane and connect and capture and Atari here and live. Yes. I think this one you had to throw in here, right? Or if you play, wait, if you play here first, white pushes in, and then you're screwed. So this one was with your throw in and a ko. Yes. Peep first or wedge first? Mm. Ah, but if wedge and this, you can play here. So wedge first, then this one. Um, and then after this one, you can still throw in or make this a dead shape, right? Right. Hello. Okay. Ah, right. I failed too. Okay. Hello. Okay. Connection is doing weird stuff. Okay, I mean you have to cut and then play this core shape, right? There's no way you can live here, so you have to cut here, play this, and play this, and play this, and capture, and that's a core. Oh, I'm dropping frames too. Okay. Oh no. You play here. That's just it, no? That just kills. Easy peasy. Never worried. Oh, good. Okay. Hmm. I guess extend first. Then if something here, you can cut first and then play here. If this now, then you could Hane here. If this first, you could Atari and Atari. So this seems to work. Yes, yes, yes. Just like a charm. Oh boy. Oh boy. You play this. White plays T18. You play T14. Or here for no. This. Shit. This. I saw that and for some reason I stopped and then didn't get it right in time. I should have started solving much earlier. I almost don't want to give this. I paused here for a second and then lost on time. But I almost don't want to add it to my collection, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, of like 2,500 problems that I'm probably going to review in woodpecking this year, one more or less, and it did take me, like, I did halt for some reason there. So, and it's also one where, once again, many people got this wrong. Only 60% found this one, and only 50% found this one. I've never heard what that is. What is intrapeer universe? I only know the Go universe. Okay, you can play here. If this, you can play here. If this, you can play here and then connect. Because white cannot escape here. You peep. Now that would be the twist, wouldn't it? Hmm. Damn it. Is it this? And then, but here I didn't see. Oh, wait. It is this because, and here's what I missed. I thought, oh, the problem is that after this, this is an eye, and then white has two eyes. I didn't see that you can capture and still make this a false eye. Shoot, but I think this is already in my collection. Yeah. So in a few months from now, I will have studied this a big amount of time. Yeah, this false eye after capture is hard to see sometimes. Here you can Hane connect. Hmm. Here you can Hane and Co. Here you can jump and Co. Here you can jump first. Then it depends very much how the opponent responds. If this, you have to remove this first, then go in here. And then I just barely passed after all. um, Here, if this, you can play here. If a tar, then it's a ko. This can't work, right? You would have to throw in, so it has to be, pretty sure it has to be here, then it has to be here, and then, oh wait, here you can even connect, it's not even a ko because of the first line stone. If you didn't have the first line stone, different story, but here you can actually just connect. Yeah. Um, just this, just Hane connect, and bend 4 in the corner. This time I will get it right. Atari. This. Not Atari from outside. Play here. Not a sickie. Good? Good. Hane here. We have seen this yesterday, actually. Oh. Actually, the cut, if Atari you can play here, if capture you can play here, and it's just an L shape in the corner. So the cut just straight up works, no? Am I tripping? No, it's just, see, it's an L shape, literally. You just have to see cut and then squeeze. But it's a one-down problem because apparently, yeah, my first instinct, I'm going to be honest, my first instinct was this one too. And then I just noticed that you can just cut. But only 40% got this right. And it's like it's literally just, yeah, find that you can create an L shape. Wow. Oh, also this one is correct. It's actually quite amazing that this is a solution to begin with, but almost more surprising to me that 14 people in the world found that 019 is better than 018. I don't know if it was maybe a misclick or the conscious choice to play this fancy move or some reasoning that they thought this is not a dead if you don't play this and it's a ko, but I don't know how you get the idea to play 019. I would never think about 019 here. In fact, it shocked me that it was a correct move. Yes, this is one on one H one 101 Weichi. You play here because otherwise it's a ko. Yep, 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 yep. Wait, can you play this? No, white extend. Okay. I, Atari first. Capture. Atari from here. I suppose it stays a ko. Is there some way to prevent this? White always just plays here and extends. I don't think so. Ah, no, it's not a ko because white cannot approach from behind. Okay, 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 okay. So this does work. And if white does this, you can play this. What did I see here? Oh, I gave white a stone here and that you don't capture this. That's why. No, okay, that's wrong. So you can extend down and you can kill. Okay. Oh boy. Um, some kind of ko like this. And if white wants to prevent it, yeah, white can sacrifice like this. Hey, we had this one. It's ko. I mean, first instinct is P18, right? Because if you don't play there, white plays there, and there's no way to kill. So P18, 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 anyone? P18 has to be played, then white will play this, yeah. And then you can play here. And then you can play the Atari here. And then you can throw in here, and that's dead. Hey, another 10 out of 10 out of... Second 10 out of 10 in under 4 minutes. I could get used to that. Challenge again! More! And you can play here first, then if this, you can throw in an Atari and play here and kill. Easy peasy. Never worried. To Hane here, and then jump here. Do you need to Hane? Maybe not. Maybe just... Hmm. Shit. So it was just this one, huh? Can you not? What happens with the Hane? I would like to know if you do this and then jump in. I guess then just this happens, huh? And the difference is... Hmm. What is the difference? See, I want to play the Hane here because often in these kind of shapes you have to play the Hane first to prevent the opponent from getting an eye. But here not so much. Here it's literally giving the opponent an eye if you Hane, and you have to play this one, okay. Sage. Hmm. Smells like ko. You have to Atari here, pretty sure. You have to extend here. And then you can throw in here. Oh, and then you can play this and it's still a core? Oh, oh, it's a double core this way, huh? Because if white captures here, you can play here. And if white captures, so if here, now white captures here, you capture here. If white captures here, you can just double Atari here. So white plays a core threat, then captures back, but then you capture back too, and white can never connect here because it's self-Atari. So it's a double core this way. But just so happens that no other move was possible here. Because you had to throw him, because here this is just dead. Or alive for whites, and from white's perspective, yeah. Hmm. First instinct is to descend. Ah, no, no, because the throwing doesn't work. Hang on, then Atari here, connect, throw in here, capture, Atari and kill. Hmm. Here Atari here. I want to say it's this move, but then if white plays here, so do you have to play the Atari first? Hmm. Ah. Yeah. You had to play the Atari first, and then here. Ah, okay. No, I wasn't on the right track. Okay. Hmm. Looks like Ko. Starting from here, then you play this. Or can you do this? No. Ko it is. Hmm. Here, white just protects. Here. Maybe you can start here. Damn it. Yeah, I didn't see it. You do start here, but beyond that, okay, I guess. I mean, I kind of saw it, but I didn't really see it to the end, so. Oh no, not this one. This is one of those stupid ones. Um, mm, you connect, maybe. I hate it so much. It's so ridiculous, this problem. Just dumb. You do connect here. Then you do cut here first. And then play this way, not this way. Ah, I see, because this... No, I don't... This is not... This is not an eye here yet. And if you play here, then they can play this and keep this eye. Yeah, it makes sense. It's just such a silly problem, and it's already on my list. Uh, think this way, because if you play this, it's a worse kind of shape. Uh-huh. Wow, this set is really kicking my balls after 2 times 10 out of 10. This is not cute. Can you play P17? Then just throw in, throw in, throw in. I think that works. So this, Atari, 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 throw in Atari, and then that's dead. Okay, well, that was a set. It also almost took me 6 minutes. Despite the very first one. It started so well with the one that I know. Where am I at now, by the way? 6 sets. Oh, and it would have been the 10th pass in a row. So, okay, I got 9 passes and then the first fail after that. Oh, sad. Um, Still pretty darn good. 59, 51 out of 50, 60 is 85%. That's well above average. But now I think I will stop here because I noticed that I need dinner. I probably do a little bit more after stream, but you won't see it. And I'll be back with to finish off the end game week tomorrow. Because on Sunday I have my game versus Brendan, and that starts the 6 days of preparation before my next tournament. So tomorrow is the last official end game day, which doesn't mean that I won't stream more of this end game, but not that much in a row. And yeah, well, I've also been streaming for over 3 hours now, so after having a run. So let's see. I suspect not, but is there someone streaming currently? Oh, there's Zichen. So I was wrong.
Seiten. So kannst du bis zu 100 Euro pro Nacht sparen. Hotel? Trivago.
Oh my god, I misclicked here. Mint to, of course, Hane. This is... I guess this isn't too bad. This can protect this cutting point a little bit, but Oh boy, I think whatever advantage we may have accrued is all given back, and probably even more after this exchange. It's a very, very bad exchange. Hey, Go Dave is raiding us with a party of 10. Welcome, Go Dave. How was your stream? Did you do some Fox games? And did you play more than one game on Fox? Ooh, yeah, a very nice cut. Very, very nice cut. We're gonna extend out just to keep threatening this one stone. The opponent used the dark magic to make you misclick. I greet you from my third win in a row on Fox 8 then. That's great to hear. Great to hear. Gonna jump. So the two stones can die 35 points or something like that. So probably no problem. Probably no problem. This seems like I have to play here. All right, damage assessment. 10, 20, 30, 40. More than 40 points for black on the board.